Wait, Jadrool, have you eaten the gabagool?
Ma cosa dici?
If you want to learn the mysterious Italian words of the song Mambo Italiano,
well, stick around. Ciao and welcome to LIS, Learn Italian Songs, Learn Italian with Songs. Io sono Pietro and today we are going to translate the Italian words that you can find in the song Mambo Italiano. Yes, this song is going to be quite different from our usual ones. We are not going to translate an entire song because of course the song Mambo Italiano was originally written in English, but there are 17 Italian words in this song and I'm gonna tell you what they all mean.
And this song was a request by SuperMidget4549. SuperMidget, thank you for the request. Grazie per la richiesta.
Now this song Mambo Italiano was written in 1952 by Bob Merle and has been sung by many singers. Probably the most notable interpretations are those of Rosemary Clooney, who was the auntie of George Clooney, and also that of Dean Martin. But there are many other versions that you can find on YouTube, for example. Now, there is also an Italian version of this song, which came after the English version. It was sung famously by singer-songwriter Renato Carosone, but also other Italian singers gave their interpretations of this song. But this is not the song that you all know. Everybody in the world is familiar with the English version, and here are the Italian words that you can find in it. In the first line of the song you find the word Napoli. A boy went back to Napoli because he missed the scenery, and Napoli is of course the Italian name for the city of Naples. So Napoli is Naples. Now for the following Italian words we have to jump to the first chorus, which goes of course E mambo, mambo italiano. Everybody knows what Italiano means. It means Italian. But in the song, for metric reason, this word is split into 5 syllables. In fact, it goes E mambo, mambo italiano. Can you hear that there are 5 syllables? Italiano. Whereas in Italian, the word italiano has 4 syllables. Italia. No. What happens here is that the 2 vowels I and A in the middle, Italiano, are actually part of what we call a diphthong in Italian, dittongo. So they are not in 2 different syllables, they are in the same syllable. Italia, ya, no. Whereas in the song it is sung Itali, a, no. Can you hear that the I and the A, are separated in 2 different syllables? So repeat after me. Italiano. Italiano. A very similar thing happens after 2 lines where we have go, go, you mixed up. Siciliano. Now the word Siciliano in actuality is pronounced Siciliano. Siciliano, and also this word which in the song is pronounced as if it had 5 syllables, Siciliano, should be pronounced with 4 syllables, Siciliano. And the same exact thing happens for the 2 vowels, the I and the A, which in Italian are joined together in a diphthong, dittongo. So repeat after me, Siciliano, Siciliano, Siciliano. And this means Sicilian, so a person or an object or something coming from the region and the Isle of Sicily. Siciliano. And the last line of the chorus goes, all you Calabresi do the mambo like a crazy. And the Italian word that we find here is Calabresi. Now I say it with a voiced S, and I might be wrong, Calabresi, whereas people from the center and the south of Italy, and they might be right, say it with an unvoiced S, which is Calabresi, Calabresi. Can you feel the difference? Calabresi, unvoiced, Calabresi, voiced. So take the unvoiced version as your right pronunciation, and it's Calabresi. And Calabresi means people from the region of Calabria. Calabria is a region in the south of Italy. It is the southernmost region of Italy before Sicily, but you know that Italy is a peninsula, so between Calabria and Sicily you have Lo Stretto di Messina. So Calabria is the southernmost region of the peninsular Italy. And Calabresi is a plural word, and it can either be masculine or feminine, so you can say le donne calabresi, so women from Calabria, or gli uomini calabresi, so man from Calabria. And of course, every group of people or objects coming from Calabria will be called Calabresi. Now we can continue with the following verse, and in the first line we find the word Tarantella. Hey Mambo, don't want a Tarantella. Tarantella, you can repeat after me, Tarantella. Tarantella is the name of an Italian dance and also of a kind of music. Actually, I should say a variety of kinds of music, because you can have the Neapolitan tarantella, the tarantella from Apulia. So the tarantella is a popular folk dance which you can find in all the south of Italy. It is said that the various kinds of tarantella all evolved from the tarantella from Apulia, la tarantella pugliese, and the broader phenomenon of tarantismo. I don't know about that, but be aware that in the word tarantella, as you can hear, there is the word tarantula, which is that of the particular kind of poisonous spider. And it is said that the person who is bitten by the tarantula goes into an altered state of conscience, and he or she can be healed only after dancing frantically these tarantella dances. It's really a fascinating universe, studied a lot by anthropologists, but for us it will be just enough to know how this word is pronounced, and it's pronounced tarantella. Tarantella. After tarantella, following line, we have a rhyming word which is mozzarella. Mozzarella, you all know what it is. It is that particular and delicious kind of cheese. It is called in Italian formaggio a pasta filata. Pasta filata means stretched curd, and it's fascinating to see how people who make mozzarella actually work with their hands in the big pots where the hot milk and the curd are, and they give shape to the mozzarella with their hands. And of course there are various kinds of mozzarella from various kinds of milk with various kinds of shapes, but just repeat after me: mozzarella, mozzarella, mozzarella. A couple of lines after mozzarella we encounter the word baccalà, and baccalà is your dried and salted cod, in Italian merluzzo. Now baccalà is a way of drying and preparing the cod, which is different from another variety which is called stoccafisso. They are very similar, and in some regions of Italy the two words are used interchangeably, but of course fish purists will frown if I say that they are the same thing. But actually I don't know what's the real difference between baccalà and stoccafisso. Suffice it to know that it's a kind of dried cod, and well, when it's on your plate you can eat it in a variety of preparations. It's quite good. As a side note, I can say that the word baccalà as well as the probably less common word stoccafisso, they are both used to indicate a person who is, well, how should I put it, undecided, maybe a dim-wit, or someone who is temporarily acting stupid. So the sentence stava lì come un baccalà, meaning he was there like a piece of dried cod, is an idiomatic one. Or non stare lì come un baccalà, so don't stay there motionless without doing nothing as a dried piece of cod. Baccalà. In the following verse, the very first line, we find the word Cumpà. Hey Cumpà, I love how you danced a rumba. Now Cumpà is a two-syllable word, and the accent goes on the second syllable. Cumpà, Cumpà. Cumpà is the short version for the regional variant of cumpare or cumbare, which in standard Italian would be compare. Now the dictionary definition of compare is that of a godfather, yes, like in the movie. So your witness at the wedding or at other important religious occasions such as baptisms or confirmations. Now the word compare is more broadly used to address a person in a familiar way. So when you say compare, it's like as if you're saying hey amico. So it's like saying hey buddy, hey pal, or something like that. So it's a way of making them feel comfortable. Cumpà. Now if you hear this word with the accent on the first syllable, cumpà, this is a sort of a new word used by young people, and it indicates your clique, your group of friends. After cumpà, we find the word paesano, but take some advice, paesano. Paesano, repeat it after me, paesano, paesano. Paesano is often shortened in paesa or paisa, so either with the letter E or I, paisa, dropping the last syllable, and paesano or paesa, which is a word used in the south of Italy, specifically in the region of Campania, the region with Naples, means a fellow villager. Paese can mean a village, it can also mean the country, but in this case it means a village. So a paesano, or the longer word compaesano, means a person who comes from the same village as you. So when you're addressing someone as paesa or paesano, it means that he or she is a person that comes from your same village. Now we go to the following chorus, where we find another Italian word, which is Giovanno. Now in the song it is pronounced like Giovanno, so go go Joe, shake it like a Giovanno. In Italian, first of all, this word would not be written like that. It would be written with an I instead of an O in the end, and it would be pronounced Giovanni. Giovanni is the Italian equivalent of the name John. In the song it appears with the letter O at the end. In Italian you will never find it written like that, Giovanno, and be careful when pronouncing it. It has two N's, so Giovanni, not Giovanni, but Giovanni. If it's written with the capital letter and two N's, it's a name, Giovanni, John. You might find this similar word only with the small letter at the beginning and just one N, and that is pronounced giovani, and it means young people, giovani. But in this case, it's Giovanni. So in the song it is pronounced like Giovanno, whereas in Italian it would be pronounced like Giovanno. But we don't have the word Giovanno, we have Giovanni, 3 syllables. And then in the following line we have 3 Italian words, che si dice. And it's a hello, che si dice. Che si dice literally means che is what. Si is almost impossible to translate. It denotes an impersonal construction. Dice is from the verb dire, which means to say. Che si dice is the equivalent of what's up. If we were to translate it as literally as possible, would be what is said, or what can you tell me? What's new? Che si dice is a form of greeting. Hello, che si dice? So hi, what's new? What's a crack, some Irish would say. After a couple of lines, we find the most mysterious word of all, which is Jadrool. Jadrool. And Jadrool is a word that, like gabagool, has gone through 2 different passages of phonetic and orthographic distortion. So what happens? We have in Italian the word citrullo. Citrullo indicates a person who, once again, is a silly-billy, a dimwit, someone who is affectionately stupid. The word citrullo originally was a variant of the word cetriolo, which is the cucumber, but now it is a sort of a mild insult. It's milder than stupid or idiot, and as I said, indicates a silly person. Now, when this word from the standard Italian citrullo is used in dialects, above all from the south, it becomes cetrullo, something like cetrul, but it's not pronounced cetrul, but more Jadrool, Jadrool. The C at the beginning becomes a sort of a j, Jadrool, something like that. And this, in turn, is transliterated using the English language system for transforming sounds into letters, and so it becomes Jadrool. Jadrool, or maybe sometimes OOLL. We were talking about gabagool, which I'm sure you're familiar with from many movies telling the stories of Italian Americans, and gabagool is another example of that. The original word is capocollo, standard Italian. Gabagool becomes the regional pronunciation in southern Italy, and then it becomes the gabagool written the American way.
And if you want to learn more about Italian words that have been distorted when coming to America, check out the YouTube channel of the New York-based language school Collina Italiana with the special series Cosa Dici?
The following line that we encounter will be Bambino, and Bambino is quite simple. It simply means a child, a male child, because if it were a little girl, she would be called Bambina. Bambino means a child. Bambino. The following line rhyming with Bambino, we have Vino. And vino, this is a simple word that means wine. Vino. And in one of the last lines, the second last, we find the word pizza. Now pizza, all the world knows what pizza is, but it's not pronounced pizza as I've heard by someone. It's pizza. There are two letter Z in the middle, and so it's not pizza, but pizza. Pizza. And with the delicious pizza, we end this lesson. I will leave links below to some English versions of this song and also to some Italian versions of the Mambo Italiano. If you like this video, as usual, give it a thumb up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Tell your friends. This is very important. Passaparola, spread the word. If you know of someone like you who has a passion for the language, culture, and music, tell them about this channel, and you can share my videos on your social media.
If you're feeling particularly generous,
you can donate with PayPal or offer me an espresso with coffee.com. You can buy the same musical instruments that you see here and that you can hear in these songs from the channel from the affiliate links that you will find in the description. Please do not hesitate to write any question you like or any comment you like in the comment section. I answer to each and every comment so we can have a small conversation, and I'll see you on the next of LIS Learn Italian Songs, Learn Italian with Songs. Ciao!